more transparent I have become, my team is stronger for it. I've never looked back. I've never thought this was a bad idea. I'm in love with the transparency. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? It's the summertime. It's nice and warm out here in San Diego. We're loving it. And people have been putting in some work in the gym lately for the last 5, 6, 7 months, and it is showing off. I have a couple ladies in my office here and they're gym rats. And I walk in and I realize that I am fat and overweight compared to these ladies, and I got to get my butt in gear. I love the motivation, love the competition they have amongst themselves, and last place is me. So we'll be working on that, but it's awesome. I dig it. I just absolutely love it. All right, so I have talked about quarterly meetings, and I've talked about different ways to motivate the team and whatnot. And I thought for this podcast that I was actually going to go through my quarterly meeting and exactly what happened, what I did, what I said. I'm going to be sharing some personal information with you guys on this one, and that's okay. We have to grow and we have to be vulnerable if we're going to teach anybody and show them the ways it's going to happen. So for this one, I'm going to dive right into this, and I'm going to show you what my quarterly meeting looked like. So what is a quarterly meeting? For me, I love transparency. I love telling everybody what's going on around me so everybody knows what's going on. I feel the more information that I give them, the better that they're going to row in the same direction. If I don't give them any information or give them a little keyhole glimpse of what they're supposed to do, and they don't understand the full picture, I have a feeling the chances of them failing are greater. I have the chances of them succeeding are less. And I also feel that they're not going to know what they're doing. And if they don't know what they're doing, why are they going to do it? Like if you had no idea why you're sprinting and you're just sprinting, how long would you sprint before you ask the question, why am I sprinting? Where am I going? Well, the same thing happens with your team. And so the more information you give them, the better. So I have then looked at that and said, okay, how do I share more? How do I share even more what's going on behind the scenes as an owner, the things that I'm worried about, things they should be worried about, because my fears in the end are the health of the company. They want to make sure that the company is very healthy as well, because then in turn, they have a place to go to work at every single day. So it is definitely the mission to make sure the company stays healthy for all parties involved, not just ownership. And if you're the type of owner that likes to keep things at bay, be quiet about it, not be sharing with your team, chances are you not have your team rowing. And you're probably paying a couple people there that are probably fighting you. You're literally paying someone to make your life harder. Not because they're a punk, not because they're a pain in the butt. It's because they don't understand which way they're rowing. And they might be rowing the wrong way because they don't know any better. So with that being said, I said, okay, let's do quarterly meetings. Let's get the entire company together, hit pause on the production button and say, hey, what is it going to take here to get to where we need to go? Where have we been doing well? What do we need to work on and everything in between? And let's share the finances. Let's share what's happening in the company. Let's share where we're going. And that was the idea of it. Was the first one great? Oh God, no, it was awkward as hell. Have we learned from our mistakes? Absolutely. We had other employees giving presentations. We had an employee that doesn't like to public speak, be the first one out the gate to give a public speak. When he said, no problem, I will do it, he got up there, froze, and literally started crying halfway through his presentation. A grown-ass man. It was painful. It was, oh my God. And I learned a lot. Learn number one, ask them, do you like to public speak? Because if the answer is no, we don't need to go any further. Number two, work with them on their speech because they're about to address your entire company. He was so confident in telling me that he could speak that I said, no problem. What's your topic? He told me a topic. I thought it was great. It was on purchasing and how we do it and ways to communicate. Loved it. Game day, holy moly. That was painful as all get out. So you live and learn by your mistakes. But I will tell you guys, like everybody in life, the first time you swing a golf club, guarantee you it was ugly. Your golf swing, much better. Practice makes it better. So let's dive into this. I actually have my PowerPoint presentation up, but what I showed my company, I'm going to walk you through it. The first one is just nothing but the title page. It shows me it's quarterly 2 meeting of 2025. We're at integrated signs, the cool fabrication logo, and we're just hanging out. Now, the first thing I'm going to show is where our company is going. I always like to do big picture, 30,000 foot view. So we talked about the new modeling system that we're bringing into place and how we're looking at the vision, process, issues, and how we're doing that. So it was the model here. So we talked about the model and how we're launching, how we're looking at the team, how we're looking at our customers, and so forth. Took about 5-10 minutes. Next thing we did was we talked about new members. Now, recently, we've had 2 gigantic companies have a mass exodus. We've had a company out of Los Angeles. We had a company in San Diego where the employees revolted and didn't want to work for ownership anymore. Ownership was not leading with a purpose. They were using their employees as pawns. It was quite sad. And so in turn, the employees started looking for a new home. We kind of have an ad running every week to 2 weeks. We do that on purpose to see what talent is out there, and we want to see where we can catch up. Both times we had an employee come in, apply for the position. We liked them a lot. We hired them, and they said, by the way, we have a lot of people that need a new home. That first wave happened last year. We ended up getting 4 or 5 employees from that one crash. Great, talented people that just wanted to have a good purpose and a good direction. And now we have another company here in San Diego that's imploding, and we've sucked up 2, maybe even by the time this is over the next couple of months, 3 or 4 of the employees. We just run our ads and see what happens, and so every once in a while we get lucky, and that's that talent pool that's out there. Anybody who wants to meet me and turn the resume in, absolutely, I'm going to meet you. I may not have a home for you today, probably going to have for a home for you tomorrow. So in this slide, we talked about our team members. We actually had 5 new team members that's been hired on the past month. So we got to share with all of that. We are growing. We are one of the companies that are growing and expanding right now. So it's pretty, we had 24 3 months ago. I think we're at 27 or 28. So we are growing as a company. Just want to take a moment to talk about Square Coil here. Square Coil has been powering the signage industry since 2011, and we're only growing bigger and better and stronger every single day. Some of the latest updates have just made my life a lot easier. I'm sure it's going to make your life a lot easier. So if you haven't checked us out, go ahead and get on our website, squarecoil.com. Take a look. And if you have an outdated key, an old software program that's going to be closing its doors this year, definitely take a look at us because we can make that transition real simple for you. Take a look at squarecoil.com. The next slide shows off the exterior of the new building. Now, for those of you guys who have been listening for a little bit, you guys know that I purchased a new building. We're building a 28,000 square foot facility here in San Diego. I'll be ready in about 2 years. Right now, it's just a piece of dirt. But we had different concepts for what the exterior of the building is going to look like, and we've decided on one. So we're pretty pumped about that. So we showed the team what the exterior of the new home is going to look like here. We have 4 plans. So we showed the site plan of what it looks like, the first floor and the layout of the shop, and then the second floor. So we can start to wrap their brain around what we're doing, what we're building, why. And it's pretty exciting. It's pretty neat to watch them look at this and kind of envision where they're going to be working at in their new home. Of course, with every new building, we have the bitchin' LED lighting. We have that company literally called Big Ass Fans. When they make those big 14-foot fans for the warehouses, keep the guys cool and not completely be a heat box there. So just a lot of neat things. And of course, the building's new. Everything's new. You don't need stains on anything. So it's just it's a level of pride that goes into it. So we spent quite a bit of time looking at different floor plans of what the new building's going to look like. After that, we went into quarterly awards. We want to see project of the quarter. We want to see employee of the quarter. Project of the quarter. What was new, big, and exciting that kind of stretched our capabilities, pushed our limits a little bit to make sure, hey, can we pull this off or not? We always like to take on the big, crazy projects that nobody else will touch. They are the winners and losers, and they're big winners and big losers. There is not, you don't take on a big, crazy project and then hope it's going to make you money. It's either going to make you money or it's going to sink you. That's what happens when you play gamble at the big tables. I will say, Quentin Tarantino, this one, we lost our butt on this project, but it was really, really cool. And we built a 75-foot illuminated underscore. That had to be broken up into 8-foot sections to get up through the elevator, and had to be reassembled and make it look perfect on a wavy line. It was a feat. It was a pain in the butt. We did it. Did it take us 200 hours when we thought it was going to take us 50? Absolutely. We screwed that one up royally. But very, very cool project. It was on the East Coast, and so we made that our project of the quarter. Next up was employee of the quarter. What we do for each employee that we look at, we say who brought the most innovation to our company that quarter, who stepped up and took care of the problems when they showed up, who stayed late and came in early, who was just, the essence of the pride of integrated science. Who was that person? We gave them a $100 Amazon gift card, we gave them a $100 Visa card, and it's our way of saying thank you for above and beyond. After that, we do a couple comparisons. We are going to show our team where we're at in our sales for quarter two and where we project for this year. Then we're going to show them last year's numbers and where we were at, and kind of give them a comparison of where we're at last year, where we're at this year, so they can see. Then after we do that, we do a year in comparison, and we go, for the last 4 years running, where are we at on the second quarter only? So we're going to look at 21, 22, 23, 24, and now 25. So on the end of the second quarter, we're usually here with a profit margin of here. This is what we see. We are a seasonal industry. I don't care how you slice and dice it, we are. And so you need to be aware of that and what quarters hit where. So we share all that information. Then for us, we do profit sharing. We take a percentage of our profit, we give it to the team, and we divide it out amongst them and say, hey, you helped us make this profit, you get some of that profit back, and every quarter we write a check. First quarter, they made out like bandits. They made twice as much money as they ever have in the first quarter. Unfortunately, second quarter, we took some loser jobs and we ended up losing a couple bucks on the second quarter overall. And so they got no profit sharing because there's no money. Now, the best part about being with the integrated science team is if we lose money, they don't have to write us a check. They're actually not a vested owner. They just get to ride the ownership wave without any of the liability. It's kind of a cool gig. Not going to lie, a little jealous at times. But for my team, they didn't have to write us a check. It just is what it is. We lost some money. At the very end of it, we say, anybody have any questions about longevity of ISA, where we're going, where we're headed, any questions about life in general, where we're at? Medical questions for the insurance premiums, the medical, where are we at? And so what we do then at that point in time is we're just trying to get people to talk. For you guys, we take care of our team here. We pay 100% of the premiums for their medical insurance, dental, and vision. If you work for us, that is all taken care of. It's part of your pay package. And so we always do that on purpose because, hey, our employees take care of us. We take care of them. And so sometimes people have questions about that stuff. We offer AFLAC as well. People have AFLAC questions. And so we just kind of open it with them. And then we say, hey, next quarter, this is where we're aiming for. This is what we see. This is how much overtime we think it's going to take, 5%, 10%, and away we go. I hope that gave you guys some clarity and something that you guys can think about launching in your four walls. I will tell you, the more transparent I have become, my team is stronger for it. I've never looked back. I've never thought this was a bad idea. I'm in love with the transparency. We thought about even doing monthly meetings, but it's just too much to shut the whole company down for 2-3 hours to have these big meetings. I'd rather do the quarterlies, but it's good. I love it. I think it's a great thing. I think you're going to see a lot of progress from your team. You're going to see a lot of people stepping up, people taking on responsibility when they wouldn't have ahead of time because they know which way they're rowing. It's good. It's really good. I love it. I hope you guys gleaned something from it, and we'll talk to you next week.